Hey guys, it's Shirley here. I'm bringing in my craft room, in my messy craft room, and we're about to make an Easter tree. Let's begin. Let's get started right away. This is a 4.8 inch by 17.8 inch cone. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's $7.99. But it's probably on sale, always on sale. It might be half price, but if it's not, use your 40% coupon. So let's start with this. I'm also using fake grass. I got this with a 60% off coupon, which was a special deal at Joann's. But I already had some, and as you can see, there are two different colors because grass isn't all the same shade of green. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue the whole outside, cover it completely using hot glue with the grass, and then we're going to add Easter eggs and some other pretty embellishments. So let's get started. I decided to blend the two shades of green together by just putting them together and pulling them apart. They get mixed in. Okay, so it's all on, and once you got all of your grass glued on, you want to take and just smush it in all the way around. Just keep smushing, smushing, smushing. How do you like the mixture of the two colors? I like it. I think it looks a little more natural than if it was all just one color. Okay, so I cut out a piece of cardboard to go on the bottom. You see my squiggly lines. I'm going to also cut out a piece of felt, which is going to go on the very bottom, and that'll protect the furniture. So these are the eggs that I have selected to go on our Easter egg cone tree. These are all a solid piece. They don't come apart. They only have one hole. They have the faux silver and gold look. They're shiny and a little blingy. Perfect for our Easter egg tree. Okay, so we got all the eggs attached to our Easter egg tree, but we're not going to stop there. We need to spruce this thing up and make it look a little more exciting. The first thing I'm going to do in that department is I'm going to add some wire mesh. It's kind of a green with a gold thread running through it. It's very pretty and it goes really well. Super easy to do. I already tried it out. I am using these are sewing pins. Works just fine to hold them in place. This is going to be a multi-step process. So I'm just going to, let me put this right here. I'm just going to pinch the top of the mesh together and kind of squeeze. I'm going to just give it a twist, put it in place, and I'm going to use the pin to hold it. I've pinned it at the top, and I'm giving it a couple of twists, just a couple, and then I'm weaving it through the gaps where the grass is in the eggs Just give it a couple of twists and keep weaving around and around the eggs all the way down to the bottom, and then we will start over at the top and keep coming around and around. So I won't make you watch that whole process, but I'll pin it at the top and the bottom. So next I'm going to use this floral bouquet I picked up. I want a very obviously a three-dimensional effect, and I'm simply taking my snips and cutting it apart first, and then I'll determine my placement. These things are really just wrapped with this tape stuff, and you can actually take it apart relatively easy. I want this stem as far down as I can get it so that I get to decide how long it is on my piece. So I'm just taking my snips and pulling it apart. Once you pull that tape off, you can actually get that stem to be longer, see? So that way my stem is as long as I want it to be, and I get to decide how I use it. So you just pull all the pieces apart. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. I thought it was perfect for my Easter tree. And then we're left with the center. Would it be kind of cool coming out the top, but I have something else planned for the top. I think that I want these to hug, but still kind of poke out. So I'm going to cut the, remember my cone is styrofoam. And I don't want all this stem, so I'm going to cut off part of that so that I can insert this into the styrofoam and then bend it to go the direction that I want it to go in. She's coming along nicely. I have my floral in place at the bottom, coming up the side. The Easter eggs are coming, the Easter eggs are hid in the tree. The flowers are coming up. We have a little thing going on. So let me show you. At the very, very bottom, we don't want that to show. And I have a cure for that. Oh my goodness, y'all. I found this wire. It's moss covered wire with tendrils, and I'm going to wrap the bottom, and I'm going to hot glue the tendrils in place coming up the tree. Oh my goodness, I just think this is going to be the perfect solution to the very bottom, and it's going to make our tree so much more whimsical. I love whimsical decor. So the moss covered wire is glued in place on the bottom, and we have these tendrils which I intend to go up instead of down with. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to work it behind the flowers into wherever it quite naturally will land, and then I'm going to put just a little dab of hot glue and hold it in place. It's bendy because it's moss-covered wire, so I can, once the glue is good and dry, I'll bend it. Well, we have to address the issue of the end of the mesh. I have a solution. I found these little moss pods at the Dollar Tree. They're just adorable, and you know you want to use them on something. And since we have our moss-covered wire at the bottom, I will be gluing some little pieces of moss. Our tree has moss growing on it. It also has Easter eggs. So let's get this started. Okay, so we took care of the end of the mesh at the bottom of the tree by using these moss pods, which are just adorable. They're like little moss-covered rocks. We got to deal with the issue at the top of the tree. Thankfully, it's all in one place. So, while you were not looking, I dabbed some hot glue just to hold everything in place so that it wouldn't fall off when I pull the pins out. Here's my solution. This moss-covered wire is so fabulous, and we have it at the bottom of the tree. We're going to use it at the top of the tree. This is not the last thing we're going to do. I can't wait to show you what goes on top of the tree. But I'm going to wrap it around, and hopefully we may or may not encounter a tendril. So you'll need to kind of, once you get it wrapped around, glued down, recuperate from burning your fingers, you'll want to squeeze and hold it in place. This moss-covered wire is very strong, and it'll pop back off. Okay, can't wait to show you what goes on top. We're topping it off with a bird's nest with eggs in it. It has a ribbon like it's an egg basket, but I'm going to cut the ribbon off and glue the bird's nest in place. I don't think the ribbon goes. So let's get that done. I'm adding a couple of moss-covered stones at the top to match the bottom. So I'm going to fill in all the blank spots like this and that. And I found these beautiful wood shavings. They're just exactly the right colors to match. And they're shaved and shaped to look like little flowers. Perfect. I think it's really taking shape. Almost finished. One more thing. Let me show you. I found these beautiful little mini eggs, and they match the big ones. I'm going to put a few of them here and there. We're going to fill in a little more of the blank spaces. Hot glue, baby. Hot glue.